Alright, so this is my first video, and I'm gonna talk about the difference between personal use Lyft drivers and the drivers that rent the car for Lyft. It's a big difference. Big difference. I was a Lyft driver, and of course I was an Uber driver too. Right now I'm not an Uber driver because I don't have my own car no more. But when I had my own car, I was doing Lyft and Uber. But when I was doing Lyft with my own car, I used to get a lot of requests, back to back, back to back, Monday through Sunday. But now that I have a rental car, all that changed. I'm starting to see, well, this is my second, no, going on the third week, fourth, somewhere on there, renting this car. So I'm starting to notice that I don't get that many requests no more. And within that time, I was in a bus line. I didn't have a car. I was taking Lyft to work, because I have a regular job. But I used to ask the drivers before I rented this car, and because they're the ones that told me about the rental program, and they used to tell me that they didn't get that many requests. That sometimes they get 10 requests, 15 requests, 20 requests a day. Now from my experience, now that I have a rental car, I can go there all day, and maybe I can get, if I'm lucky, 15 requests. So what I'm starting to notice is when you have your personal car, you get a lot of requests. I used to get about 50 requests, up to 50 to 60 requests a day, within 6 hours, 5, 6 hours, 7 hours, I used to get all those requests. Now I go 7, 8 hours, I barely hit 10 requests. And I have a pretty high score. I'm a 4.98, so I have a pretty good rating there. I'm almost at 5 star. So there's no reason for me to be not getting that many requests. So what I'm starting to see is that when you have your personal car and you're doing Lyft, you get a lot of requests. I'm assuming because it's your personal car. But when you're renting it, since there's a lot of people out there already renting cars, and also too, I noticed that Lyft just gives out cars to anybody. They just give, as long as you're 25 and you have your license, they give you a car. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. So that's why you have all these Lyft drivers out there with rental cars. And, yeah, you have Ubers too, but I'm starting to see more Lyft drivers than Ubers. Uber's a little bit more hard to get. You have to have a good criminal history. You can't have a bad criminal history. You can't have that many tickets. You have to have a good driver record with Uber. Lyft, they really don't care. They just give you a car and say, here you go. Here's the keys. Sign here. Bye bye. We'll make our money. So with these programs and with Lyft and Lyft, being able to just give you any car anytime they want, that you want, that you need a car, I am assuming that I think that they pick the driver, they pick the request for people, more carefully for the ones that renting than the ones that have their own car. I'm assuming because there's so many Lyft drivers. So let's say there's 20 drivers out there, in one area. Okay, well, you're going to get 2 at this hour, you're going to get 2 in this hour, you're going to get 2 in this hour. And then at the third hour, you go back on this one. And, I guess they try to even it up on the request for the drivers out there. But when you have your personal, you just get, I'm assuming that they don't care because it's your personal car. You're not renting it. So, yeah, I don't know. Plus, this rental car here, the first week, I was like, okay, well, I'm paying $168, for my rental car. Yeah, I can hit that. It's like, what was it? I think it was 14 peak hours. Oh yeah, so you have to keep the rental. You had to have, I think you had to have 18. Yeah, hit 18 hits a week or 20 somewhere in there, and you can keep the car renting it again and again. Then the following week was 25, and then the following week was 30. I'm like, oh, man, I mean, that's good and everything. I can hit 100 if you want me to, but at least give me some more requests. You know, I don't know. I guess there's just too many competition out there with all these drivers driving for Lyft, and so that eliminates us for having so many requests a day. Yeah, so I'm thinking about turning this car back. Maybe next week. I should get my picture from my other job, and I'm gonna go ahead and buy me another car. Not cash, but I'm gonna buy me one of payments, because if you look at it this way, your car note a month will be what, let's say $400. $200 every 2 weeks, which is $400 a month. On this car here, I have to make, see, it keeps going up and up. Now, like I say, at first it was 135, no, $168, for to cover the price of the rental for the week. And then the second week was 236, and then it went up to 300, and then 350. I'm like, man, how much am I gonna pay for this car a week? 400, is it gonna come out to $1,000 a week? Man, that's just crazy. Right now I'm up to $280 a week. $280 a week. That's almost $800 or so. That's a lot of bread. I'm at $1,000 paying for this car. 250, yeah, that's 1,000 something I'm paying for a month for this car. When I can pay for one of my personal cars I'll be buying for $400 a month. You can't beat that. But I guess sometimes we learn the hard way, and trust me, this is the hard way I'm learning. And on top of that, here's another thing you're paying this car every week with the money that you're making, but what you'll notice at the end of the year, you file your 1099. You're gonna file all that money you make for this car, so you're paying the car taxes. You're not paying taxes that you make for you. You're paying the taxes you make for this car right here. You get what I'm saying? So if you end up paying $1,000 for this car a month, you drive, they require let's say $150, every week for this car. $250 a week. You have to hit that amount so it can be covered. So that's $1,000 a month. So you cover it $1,000 a month, but now when it comes to a 1099, you have to pay taxes on that money that you made for the car, not for yourself. That's crazy, dude. I'm telling you that's just crazy. I'm to a point that I don't know. I'm just gonna, and plus that, of course, I know y'all know, and if y'all don't know, well, y'all know now. If you rent a car from Lyft, you cannot do Uber. Okay, just letting you know that. Now, what I do is, to survive here, I do a lot of ride share on Craigslist. So I hit my rounds. I hit whatever the amount they want me to do. Get for the week. If it's 250, 260, 280, I get it, and then the rest of the days, I usually get it. You know what? I'm gonna show you how to. On my next video, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the good times that you need to do this, so that way you can make your money. Because I got a job. It's security. You know this right here, security. And this security company, I've been putting around 70 to 80 hours a week, and I still manage to bring a week for this car to pick up people, but I'm gonna tell you next video. You know, what's my secret? You know, getting all these clients. You know, it's not. You gotta do peak hours. Okay, you gotta do some peak hours on doing this. But there's other stuff that you need to know to pick up people. Now, I don't pick up many people because there's not many requests, but I do know where's the good requests at, where the money's at, where people pay a lot of money for rides. Okay, on my next video, you know, subscribe to my link. It's under. I'm gonna put it under Uber Penalosa yeah, an Uber Penalosa. So subscribe to my link, to my subscribe and like my videos, like this video right here, and I'm gonna tell you the secret, where to go and pick up people that pay a lot of money for the trips. Okay, so it's sometimes not about how many trips you pick. It's about what kind of trips you pick. You know, my trips are not like $2 trips, $3 trips, $5 trips. No, I've been doing this for 3 years. 3 years. Okay, going on 4 actually by the end of this year. Going on 4. And I know, you know, my problem is right now is the request on picking up people. But, you know, because I work in the mornings, so I don't have time for the peak hours. The only time I have for the peak hours is it's on Saturday nights. Like right now, Saturday. I'm right now on my work, you know, doing security. When I'm on my lunch break, but you know, I'm as soon as I get out here at what 12 o'clock midnight, I'm gonna go hit the streets. You know, so I'm gonna hit all those peak hours for picking up, you know, drunk people. Have no choice because I work in the morning, or else I would prefer during the morning. But yeah, my next video, I'm gonna tell you where to go, what locations. I'm from Dallas, Texas. Okay, this Dallas, Texas. It's not California. It's not New York. It's not Chicago. You know, we have so many damn videos here of New York and videos, especially videos from California, San Francisco, and all those damn cities over there, big cities over there, Washington. No. This is from Dallas, Texas, and I'm gonna teach you on my next video. I'm gonna teach you where to pick up the people that pay for the most rides. Okay, I'm talking about I get rides for $60, $70 trip and one trip. That's the only reason I managed to pay this car right now. I'm struggling, but the reason I am managing so far is because I know where to go pick up these people at. You know, but then again, it is hard to pick up people with rental. But if I teach you where to pick up these people, trust me, you know, you're gonna like doing this, picking up these people, the location I'm gonna tell you. On my next video, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. So this is just part 1, and this is Zombie X Films signing off for Lyft.